What is up, YouTube? This is Anonymous Mentor. I'm still a bit sick today, but I'm going to be pushing these videos out. Today we'll be talking about bash scripting, which is basically uh, scripting that comes useful for terminal commands. Like if you have, like say if you wanted to scan your network with Nmap or something, and you have to type out sudo nmap -pn 192.168.1.0 out of 24, and maybe it's even longer. And then um, once that happens, if you execute it, it's of course going to execute. But if you want to save yourself time from typing all that out, we'll just go over here, open up a new terminal session, and then we're gonna say sudo nano, and then we'll say test2.sh. Your bash scripts should end in sh. And by the way, bash is short for born again shell. And then we're gonna put a semicolon, and then we're gonna execute another command right here, and that's gonna be the chmod plus x, and then we're going to call on our test2.sh, and this is going to give it executable permissions. And that chmod's actually not going to work. Hold up. Oh, how do I back out of this? I don't wanna. It's just being stupid. Okay, there we go. Um, we needed to sudo this. And now I'll type in my password. And we'll say shebang. And then let's open up another terminal real quick. Type in which bash. And this is going to show you where your bash is located. And it's /bin/bash usually. So /bin/bash. And then down here is where you do all your code. Basically, we can do something simple like echo what is your name, and then say read their name, and then say echo $sign their name. And basically what this is doing is it's going to print out to them what is your name, and then read is basically giving them a place to input, and then we're inputting it into a variable called their name, and then we're echoing that variable using the $sign. So let's just try this. And since we did that chmod plus x earlier with the semicolon, you can see it's already executable. So what is your name? Ninjax, and it'll say Ninjax. Let's see, sudo nano test 2, and you can actually do this. Your name is your name is Ninjax. As you can see, I called it in. Okay, so that's kind of like the gist of it. If you want to call in functions and stuff, um, you could say echo. Do you want to run a nmap scan on your network, on your entire network? And we can say read response, and we can say if space cache sign response equals yes. Then sudo nmap pn192.168.1.0 out of 24, and then we could say else sudo nmap, or we could just do whatever here. We could just say echo you did not want to scan, and then we close it off with a fee. Do you want to run an nmap scan? Okay, let's try it out. Test 2. Do you want to run an nmap scan on your entire network? I'll say no. It says you did not want to scan. Let's try test 2, and then we'll say yes. And as you can see, it automatically starts running the nmap scan on the network. So now we're going to be we're going to link this to my other tutorial on how to make your own keywords, and whenever I taught you about the alias and then making your own keywords or your commands in the terminal, we're going to be linking that together. I actually have a script I made earlier which helps me. It's called test.sh right here, and if we run it, you'll see what it does. It says test.sh. It says, would you like to view your partitions? And that's basically all my partitions. I'll say yes, and then it says it shows me all my partitions right here, and it says please choose a partition for me to mount to your home directory, and then /mount, and I can say /dev/sda1, and as you can see, it's already mounted. So if we go to cd home and then mnt, you can see that file was already mounted, and it's my other HDD or my other OS. So let's talk about how. Now we're going to talk about how I'm going to take that and then turn it into a command. So it's located. If we cd into the desktop, you notice this test.sh is located in my home directory. So if you're in any directory, you can say sudo, or you don't have to sudo it, but tell it to go to your home directory, and then say test.sh, and it will run the command from right there. So using that, we can basically say alias my mount equals home directory test.sh, and then hit enter, and then anytime we say my mount, it's going to automatically run that command. So if you want to cd to your home directory, that button always gets stuck, and then sudo nano your .bash rc, come down here, and right about here you say alias my mount, or whatever you want to call it, equals home directory test.sh. Save the file. Now you can open up a whole new terminal, and all you got to do is call my mount, and it'll automatically run that bash file for that certain command. So this is Anonymous Mentor showing you the basics of bash scripting and how you can implement it in with creating your own commands with the alias keyword. So subscribe if you like my videos, because I drop videos like this a lot. And comment if you have a question, and I will see you guys in the future.